Confidants, welcome back to another amazing episode of Tell Faithful Podcast, the space where your voices are heard and your stories matter. I'm your host Faithful, and I welcome you to yet another amazing episode with me. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time, I'm so glad you tuned in. Can you believe it's already December? A happy new month to you, my wonderful confidants. You see, it's a whole new month, a fresh start, a chance to reset, reflect, and embrace what's ahead. I don't know about you, but I always feel a little spark this month. You see, the year is almost over, but I want you to know that there's still room for you to grow, room to love, and room to cherish the people who matter to us. But before we continue, I will talk about cherishing the people we love. I want to take this moment to appreciate you, my wonderful listeners. I want to say thank you. Thank you for your confidence in me, for your love, your support, your encouragement, and for every single wonderful review, message, and review. I want you to know that you make this space alive, and I appreciate you more than words can express. So today, I want to talk about friendships. We're not talking about the fun, easy moments about friendship, no. But today, we are going to talk about the quiet, complicated, sometimes painful parts of friendship. You know, the subtle shifts, the distance that grows slowly, the unspoken hurt that lingers. So one of our listeners sent in a story that really resonated with me, and I think you're going to feel it too. So here's the story. I used to have this close friend, my person. We talked about everything. There was no day we didn't laugh together. Then life shifted. She got busy, I got busy, and before we knew it, weeks were passing like nothing. One day, I realized I didn't even know what was going on in her life anymore. No fight, no argument, just silence. I kept wondering if it was my fault, if I didn't try hard enough, if I should have reached out more. But we still talk sometimes, but it's never the same. And that part hurts more than I expected. You know, reading that story, it really hit me because I've been there myself. And I want to be honest about it because this is a space where we can be real. So you see, back in secondary school, I had a classmate I really considered close. We laughed, we shared stuff about ourselves. We shared our dreams, we shared fears. And I honestly thought we'd be friends forever. I thought that once you find a connection like that, it just sticks. You know? But life has a way of showing us that people aren't always permanent fixtures in our story. So you see, after school, she went to university while I was still home. I hadn't gained admission to the university. But I kept in touch like we always had. And everything seemed fine. I called her, she called back sometimes, and I felt like our friendship was still strong. Then a while later, her sibling got married, and I called her to congratulate her, expecting a quick chat or a thank you. But she didn't pick up. She didn't call me back. At first, I thought maybe she was busy. Maybe she'd call back later. But she never did. Not then, not later. And just like that, that friendship slowly faded, and up until today, we haven't kept contact. We haven't been in contact with each other. And you know what? It hurt me. It hurt me in a subtle, heavy way that sits in your chest and lingers. There was no fight. There was no argument. It was just silence. And you see that silence, it makes you question everything. It made me ask myself questions like, did I do something wrong? Should I have reached out more? Was there something I wasn't doing enough? And I think that's the hardest part about friendships fading. You're left in this weird in-between space. You remember all the good times, but you also feel this invisible distance that you can't cross. And the truth is, sometimes you can't. Sometimes the other person has moved in a different direction. And most times it's nobody's fault. But here's what I want you to know. You see, this process, this friendship drifting process, it's not always about failure. It's not always about blame. You see, people grow, and that's something we fail to come to terms with. Life changes. Paths diverge. And friendships, they sometimes change too. And that doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make the other person curl. You see, even when a friendship fades, it always leaves behind something valuable. It leaves you with memories, laughter, and lessons. It shows you what it means to love, what it means to care, what it means to be present, and what it means to connect with someone. And that's something that no silence, no distance can ever take away. So I want you to know that it's okay for you to grieve a friendship quietly. I want you to know that it's okay for you to feel hurt. It's okay for you to miss someone. But it's also okay for you to let go. It's okay for you to allow friendships evolve, even if they don't stay the same. And the more you practice that, the more your heart stays open to new connections. The more your heart stays open to new people who truly match the version of you that exists today. So I want you to acknowledge it, and then imagine letting go of that weight of carrying that friendship along when it has already drifted, when it has already faded. You see, friendships, they may not always last forever. The love, the memories, the lessons, they always stay. Those memories will always shape you. Those memories will always strengthen you. And those memories will always remind you that you are capable of loving deeply and surviving change. That's your power. That's your gift. That's your story. So if you're listening and your heart is heavy because a friendship faded, I want you to know that you're not alone. I've been there. And millions of people out there have also been there. And even if it doesn't feel like it right now, I want you to know that there's room for growth. There's room for healing, and there's room for new people who are meant to walk with you in this next season of your life. Because to see your capacity to love, that never fades. And that, my friend, that is beautiful. So thank you so much for sitting with me today. Thank you for reflecting with me and for letting yourself feel something real. If you're quietly grieving a friendship that faded, just remember that you're not alone. There are 1,001 people who are feeling the same way you do right now. But you see, if it feels right to you, please send a message, share your feelings, or simply show appreciation for the people who are still present in your life. Because you see, those friendships that are still present in your life, they are more valuable than gold or silver. So I also want you to invite someone who might need this story. Invite someone who might need this episode. Share it with them, leave a review, and keep sending in your stories. The link to the Google form for you to share your story is in the description of this episode. So please do well to share your story with us, because I want you to know that your words, they keep the space alive, and your encouragement, it really means the world to me. So I'll see you in the next episode, and until then, please take care of your heart, be gentle with yourself, and keep your heart open to the people who are meant to walk with you, whether they've been there forever or just stepping into your life now. This has been Tell Faithful Podcast, and your favorite host, Faithful, is signing off.
You've just listened to Tell Faithful Podcast, the space where your voice is heard and your story matters. Don't keep this to yourself. Share it, subscribe, and invite someone into our Confidants family. New episodes drop every Wednesday at 10 a.m. West African time, 5 a.m. Eastern time on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you listen to your favorite tunes from. Until next time, keep shining and keep telling your story. This is Tell Faithful Podcast, where your voices are heard and your stories matter.